Yo guys, what's up? It's HaVoC what's game bringing you guys episode 2 of subscriber base reviews. So in this episode, we're going to be reviewing 3 bases specifically for Town Hall 9. And in the next episode, we might have like Town Hall 8, Town Hall 7, 6, you never know. So yeah, but in the meanwhile, I just want you guys to do me a little tinsy favor and resend your information through email again. Basically, last time I told you guys to send me your clan name, your in-game name, your town hall, blah blah, that stuff. And now I need you guys to send me a screenshot of your base. Basically, it makes it more simple for me, to do all this stuff. And yeah, the next episode is in a week, so you still have tons of time to do this. So yeah, let's get right into this episode. So on the first base, we have a guy named YouTube Will C810. It looks like he just got into Town Hall 9, so some of his defenses do look a little iffy, and I can understand why. I was there one time. So first, let's talk about your base design. Then I can probably give you some tips on what to upgrade. So first off, I see that your expos are way off the base core, and at some points it can be great. But in this case, you're farming and you're also Town Hall 9. Usually we put expos on the outside on Town Hall 10 for some reason. So you probably want to move your expos into the middle somewhere and move out the queen and drill. Your splash damage in Clan Castle is okay, but the mortars are a little bit off. They only protect the southeast of your base, and I would recommend you to protect most of everything. Maybe try to put them in a triangular shape somehow, or just kind of experiment around. Looking at your storages, I see you haven't built all of them yet, so it's going to be pretty tough on where to actually put them once you build all of them. And I see you're mostly trying to protect both storages, so if I were you, I would try to protect maybe just one for now, just for now. I know you aren't, pro Town Hall 9. You just started Town Hall 9, but maybe try to upgrade your lab, camps, barracks, stuff like that. And then afterwards, concentrate on gold for defenses. That way you can get the most out of your gold and protect it better than trying to protect 6 or 8 storages at a time. Your point defenses are okay, even though at Town Hall 9, either 2 cannons or 2 archer towers are going to be touching all the time. But we can clearly all understand that. The base layout itself is pretty good as well. I'm pretty sure it can defend pretty good, and it looks like you aren't having any problems with it. Last but not least, we can talk about what you should upgrade first. And for Town Hall 9, I'd say obviously finish your new buildings, like new level of lab, new level of camps, like I just said in the beginning, and stuff like you unlock like expos and all that stuff. So afterwards, you can go for the wizard towers, then air defenses, and then mortars. And mortars should be last. Overall, it's a pretty nice base, and I completely love it. Just a complete new base design wouldn't be necessary, so just try to triangulate those mortars and center those expos, and I think you should be good. On to number 2, we have New Zero in the Clan Half Moon. Unlike the last guy, I think New Zero has been Town Hall 9 for quite a while because he has almost max in some parts, and some parts aren't just max yet. Okay, so your expos are in a fairly good position. I wouldn't say to make their own compartment. Having 2 separate compartments is definitely a good choice. Taking down both of them wouldn't be so easy, and either way it works. Looking at your splash damage, I think it's in a perfect position. I wouldn't change them at all. Probably the mortars, but I see that if you move the mortars around, it would probably make one storage closer to another, or the clan castle even be more lurable than it already is. And I would say try to make the mortars into a triangular shape in, somehow. In terms of the clan castle as well, I would try to centralize that. But yet again, in this space, you can't really do that. I see you're only trying to protect gold, which is excellent because based on your base, it looks like you're almost done with elixir upgrades. So I would keep the storages how they are. Again, your point defenses are just fine how they are. You can't really go on Town Hall 9, archer cannon all around the base. But you definitely tried, so great job on that. Now looking at the base layout, I've seen this base many times, and I've created bases that even look like this, similar, kind of the same shape or whatever. And these types of bases stand pretty strong, and there's no really need to change the base completely. So as we said in the beginning, it looks like you are almost max, but there are some defenses I would probably, consider to upgrade now, and that would be the expos. They're still level 2, so try to max them out. Then try to do your wizard towers and then your air defenses. Overall, your base is pretty good. I'd say keep doing what you're doing because it already looks like it's working. And at our last place, we have Mad Mose. This guy wrote in the email, I know I need to upgrade a lot, but what can I change? Okay, Mose, we all know your base is kinda, down there. And I will try my best to actually help you and, see what I can do. So first of all, like always, your expos are centralized, which is essentially good. because it's your most important defense at the moment. But since this base is long from top to bottom, I would try to put your expos like going north and south as well. You know what I mean, not east and west like you currently have them. You can probably try to play around in the inside of the core and get it somehow like that. Your splash damage is kinda okay, and by kinda I mean pretty much it needs some work. Your wizard towers are truly exposed in the bottom, and on the top, those two are really close and isn't always the best thing to do. Your air defenses, in the other hand, are really excellent, so great job on that. And your mortars, I'd say those are okay as well. Now back to the wizard towers, you can probably bring those bottom ones in next to the air defenses in the bottom. It's better there than out there. Looking at the storages, since you're trophy pushing, you're probably trying to make them as shields, which is a fairly good choice. But yet again, I wouldn't recommend you to trophy push. I'd say try to farm and upgrade as much as possible. Your point defenses aren't bad, but just try to make them go archer cannon around the base. As we said before, Town Hall 9 is impossible, but you kind of didn't really try to do that as well. So, you know, gathering up in the same type of buildings together in the bottom and everything, just try to spread them out as well. So onto the base layout, I see that this base is self-made as you told me. Yeah, you probably don't want to change it, so it's going to be pretty hard to change it where it's standing right now. But here's my shot at it. Try to make it into a farming base, close some open spaces. You have like a ton of open spaces. It's not necessary for Town Hall 9. And try to make the base the same width and height, not like a long old base. No, not that. So what you should upgrade is a lot as well. You obviously told me that in the email. So I'd say do those expos to level 2, then work on those mortars, then wizard towers, and then air defenses. Obviously your walls as well, but don't get distracted too much on those walls because, woo, you're gonna be there for a long time. Overall, the base is not the best, and I will consider the tips I gave you, or you have another choice, which is simply change your complete base. So guys, I think that should be it for this episode of Subscriber Base Reviews. For a chance to get your base review in a episode, simply send a screenshot of your base through email and you're automatically entered. How easy is that? I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe for more videos. And as always, happy gaming out. Peace!